What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Excited to be adding another video to the collection. I wanted to record outside today because it was just a great day and I wanted to be outside, switch up the environment. But of course, the landscapers are outside doing their due diligence. And so it seems like every time you want to do something outside or you have something to do in the morning, they're out there just being loud. So we're just gonna keep it inside for today. Maybe next video we can get into that. But this video, we're moving on. Last video, we had talked about the brand name and what that meant. And of course, the brand name is going to be Hidden Virtues. So very excited about that. And so now we can move on to the next step, which is going to be creating the logo and or the design. So I've been thinking about this for a little bit and I'm kind of conflicted because yes, I want a logo, but I'm starting to lean towards the side of I think the logo is just going to be the name. It's always good to have a logo and something that people can just recognize, based off that symbol. But for right now, I just don't see a symbol being a part of this brand. I think I just want it to be the name. Because for the most part, I want people to remember the name. I'm not so worried about them remembering a logo, and I know it could be important to some people. I definitely get that, but this is what I'm choosing to do. Because like I said, I've been thinking about this for a while, and I just don't think a logo would do my brand justice. But the name, I think, would do very, very, very well. But I'm going to show you guys how to find a logo and designs, and I'm going to go through that whole process just so you guys know how to do it. Hell, I might even pick somebody to make my logo and just make my own logo with just the words, and just compare the two. If I can spend 15 bucks on somebody to do a logo, see what their creativity looks like, I'll do that. But let's definitely see what we find. But for right now, I definitely think I'm leaning towards the name logo and not a symbol logo. But I want to show you guys how to find these logos, designs, whatever you're looking for, and the process that I went through. So one of the best ways to find your designer, someone to do your logo, is going to be Fiverr, in my opinion. And Fiverr is just kind of a freelance app. You can find pretty much anybody to do anything for you on there, whether it be, make a cartoon character, make an animation, make, clothing designs, whatever it may be, right? So once you go into Fiverr, you're going to go to the search bar and you're going to search up exactly what you need, right? Or exactly what you're looking for. And so in this case, we're just going to put streetwear logo, right? And then you're going to search the streetwear logo, and all of these options show up. There's a lot of people who like to do logos. Now, some of these might not be actual streetwear, but they're logos nonetheless, right? This is the way I choose who I want to work with. So the first thing I'm going to look at is the amount of reviews somebody has, because the more amount of reviews somebody has, obviously the more people that have worked with them. And if they're, they have the high rating, that means a lot of people think they do good work. So for example, this first guy here, right? He has over 1,700 reviews. And those are just the reviews. So more people have worked with him, but 1,700 people have left a review. And he has 4.9 stars. So obviously he does good work. And then so if you like the reviews and you like the rating, click on the gig and you'll see some of his work on the top here. As you're scrolling through, you see there are multiple pages, right? And sometimes even that they have their portfolio. Well, this guy doesn't, but most of the times they'll have a portfolio down here. Let me see if I can find one that has their actual portfolio listed. All right, here you go. So you see how he has these photos up here, and then you come down here and click on my portfolio. You will see some more work that he's done. I guess this is more recent, but going back to this guy, funny thing actually. So for this guy, I actually DM'd because I liked his logo, I like his style, and I DM'd him and I said, "Yo, like I like your work." And then he was like, "Thanks, man. Tell me about your brand." This guy right here, and he was like, "Thanks, man. Tell me about your brand." And I told him, and he pretty much was just like, "Yeah, bro, I don't think I can do it." And I was like, "Huh?" And what I told him was, "Hey, man, I want a minimalist logo, something that's on the more minimal side, but it still has something about it that catches the eye." And then I just told him what the brand meant. And Buddy really just said, so I was like, after I told him that, I said, "So you think you can help me?" And Buddy said, "Sorry, bro, I'm not sure to work on this with the prayer hands." So I'm like, "Huh?" And I was like, "You saying that you don't think you can do it?" And he was like, "No, bro, I think I can't do it." And I'm very confused because I was like, he was like, "Look at my portfolio, like that's the type of work I do, and I don't think I can do what you want to do." And I was just like, a minimalist design that has something catchy about it. And like literally all of these that we're looking at right now, are minimalist designs. So I'm confused on why he said he couldn't do it. Maybe there was some miscommunication as like what I was trying to portray, because like I explained what the brand meant, and maybe he thought I wanted something to do with that, like to show that, and that's obviously a lot more in depth and creative. But I was just telling him what the brand meant, as what he had, like, "Tell me about your brand." So that's what I did. But I told him that I would still want him to do one, and he just never responded. So I guess it wasn't meant to be. I don't know. I'm not tripping. But so you just go through, and then you just pick all of the ones that you like, and how you save them is, right? You come up here, and then you see all these hearts to the side. You can save them, and I've already been through and I've saved all the ones that I would even consider. And then so once you go over to your profile, you can click. Let me see. Oh yeah, so right here it has saved list, and you click on save list, and all the ones you saved are right here, right? And you see I've saved quite a bit. It should keep going. I'm sure I saved more than other areas. So yeah, so all the ones I saved, and I mostly saved designs because, like I said, I am not really focused on the logo because I think I can just make a name logo and be perfectly fine. I'm not too worried about a symbol logo right now. But yeah, so I mostly like the ones like designs, and now that I'm thinking about this, like I want a more minimalist design. So a lot of these will not be in the run. But I did save these for another reason, which I might get into a little bit later. It's still a thought process on whether or not I want to do that or not. But yeah, so I just really like a minimalist design. So this is the app that I found to be most helpful. There are other apps such as Upwork, but a little bit more confusing to use. And Behance, I think a lot of people talk about Behance, but also Behance is kind of confusing, and it's it might take a while to reach somebody. Like I went on the app, and it said something about it's available in 3 weeks or a month, and I'm like, damn, like I'm on vacation. Yeah, so Fiverr is probably going to be your best bet. Now, for me, like I said, I'm just going with the name logo, and so I feel like I can do this myself. But I feel like font is really important if you're just going to do the name logo. I feel like you have to have a certain font that that's different, it stands out, not too much, but there's something very, very unique about it. And so I've been researching font websites, just so I can use them for myself. And one of the font websites I came across is going to be Font, and that is the best font website that I found. So I'm going to show you guys what Font looks like. So you guys, if you want to, you can find a nice font that's good for your brand. So this is Font, and it just pretty much has a whole bunch of different fonts that you can choose from, and I mean pages on pages on pages on pages. Like the first time I got onto this website, I literally was at a page. I went to a page 100, and you see how many fonts are on these per page, right? Like there's a lot of fonts per page. And what I did was, let's say I like this font, right? You can go in, click on this font, and this font is Hamika font. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing that. That's the only way I feel like you would have to pronounce that. Hamika. But you want to go down and you can see like the demo font up here, but it's only going to be in the name. So if you want to see what your name look like in the font, most of the time they have a section to where you can click. I'm deleting all this, but I see why they do this. It shows every letter in the alphabet that you would need to see. Select all and then cut. And then since our brand is Hidden Virtues, we're going to type, we're going to type in Hidden Virtues, and you'll see the font pop up in your name. Now, the only thing I don't like about this, and maybe it's because I'm doing it on my phone, but I can't see the whole name together. So if I want to see the Virtues part, I have to slide it over like that and see what the Virtues looks like, right? And then so I'm pretty much doing this, and you can see other recommended fonts down below here. That happens for every font you choose on. But so I would literally go through all of these and do that same process. And if I like the font, I screenshot it and save it for later, just so I know, okay, this is one of the ones I like. So when I go back and design on the iPad, I can go on Safari on the iPad and just search the name instead of having to scroll through 100 pages of this and find it. I can just search the name, test it out, and see which ones make the cut. So it's literally gonna be as simple as that. And with the name logo, you can obviously add different things to it. If you want to put like a curve in the name, you can do that as well. That just pretty much depends on what type of, pretty much what you just design your logo on, whether that be Procreate, whether that be Canva, whether that be like Adobe Illustrator, like whatever you use. You can obviously add those aspects in there as well. Just use your creativity and get into that creative space. But that's how you are going to pretty much find your logo and or make your logo. Some other ways that you can do it is, a lot of people suggest Instagram, but the thing with Instagram is, right, a lot of people be scamming on the gram, and I just don't trust people on Instagram. And so if y'all know anybody who is legit on Instagram and who is nice and who can make me a clean, minimalist, but eye-catching logo or design, please let me know, because I'm all for it. It's just I'm not trying to get scammed. And also what I did was too is, I'm trying to get as many people to reach out to me for designs as possible. So, I'll put a PSA on social media. Hey, I'm looking for designers, like brand owners, designers. Like, where do y'all get y'all's designers from? Because, I want to look for some designers that are actually worth the damn, So I've had a couple of people hit me back, and I got to check them out and see what they got. But we're gonna continue, for the sake of this channel. We're going to continue with either, I'm gonna try. I might have somebody make me one, but what's looking really good right now is me making my own logo and then using that. So I think that's the route I'm going to take. But just know, if I come back next video and you see me with a logo that I bought off Fiverr, mind your business. Okay, like I said, it may happen, it may not, right? So this video is just going to be a little bit shorter, just because I am just talking about logo and design and how to find those logos and design. But next video, I'm going to show you guys how I make my mock-ups, just so I can send them to the manufacturer for samples. And I'm just going to go through, if you have Procreate, because Procreate is what I use, I'm just going to go through exactly how I do everything. And it's really not that hard, as long as you are able to use one of these platforms, like I said, Procreate, Canva, Adobe. if you're able to use one of those, you can make a mock-up without actually having to know how to draw. I'm not the best drawer, but mock-ups are pretty simple for me. And you just got to be, technical with whatever you're using, and you can get the job done. So next video, I'm going to go through that entire process. Hopefully we'll be outside. If it's a good day, I try to be outside, because I think I want to switch up the environment a little bit. It's very comfortable in here, but like I said, hopefully we will be outside and we can make that happen. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys learned something, and I'll see you guys on the next one.